on YouTube down here back? You already know what it is. First things first, I want to start this video out by saying that I love you guys. I love all of you guys. I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate, all of you, haters and people that support me and been here since day one. Subscribe to this channel. You guys have got to see me grow up as a person. It's so amazing. Y'all have got to see my family, some of my family members grow up, my friends really grow up and everything, and it's been great. And I just want to take the time to talk about a few memories and let me slide to the right. Sorry. I want to talk about a few memories when it comes to my life and this channel in general. I had to cut across the street when I'm a dumbass because I easily just could have went to the left. I just cut in front of that car. Who gives a shit? Anyway, where do I start? I wanted to, because I was just on the phone with my grandmother, and it's cool because I remember when I was younger, I used to always, call and check on my grandmother and my grandfather, and I used to be pretty close to my family, and it seemed like getting back to that. Families are important, and you got to keep them close, because she was telling me how she went to a funeral for two of her best friends, and, I said, I hope that I don't have to go to any funerals anytime soon. So anyways, I want to talk about a few memories in my life, some that maybe you guys don't know about, just to make you guys feel even more a part of me and a part of my life and everything. Well, especially like when I was younger. So, and y'all may have heard a little bit about it, because when I was at my grandmother's house, telling you guys about my childhood a little bit, when it was she did babysitting for 20 years. So when I was at her house, I was telling how this house brings back my childhood and telling you guys our routine, but I'm gonna tell y'all more. So like every morning, my mom would wake me and Darius up at like 6 in the morning, because we lived like an hour and a half away. We had to drive on the Beltway to get to my grandmother's house, because she lived in Landover, Maryland. And at the time, I think this is when where did we live? We lived in, it depends. We always moved, because one thing that you guys did not know, growing up, me and Darius and TT did not have a easy life. It was very hard. Y'all don't know this, but I grew up, actually growing up, I lived in the projects. I lived in neighborhoods that weren't that good. It was rough. And I think that's what caused a lot of my anxiety and paranoia and things like that growing up. Like when I was little, and I remember this, it's crazy. I don't even remember my age. I think it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. When I was like 5 years old, we lived in an area called Forestville, Maryland. And there, it was like an apartment complex, and my dad was telling me stories about how every time he would come home, he would see these drug dealers in front of our stairwell being loud and smoking and everything like that. And my dad was telling me how he had to walk up to these guys and tell them, look, man, I have a family right here. Y'all can't be doing this around my family and stuff. And they were, respected him. Because one, my dad's a big dude. And two, because of like, they understood, I guess, because it's a family, kids and everything. But that apartment complex was definitely rough. Definitely the projects. It was a lot of, all I heard, and I remember this very vaguely, but all I remember is hearing in my room a lot of fighting between couples, from people that lived above us. I've heard shooting a lot. I heard a lot of just violence, and there was a lot of drug dealers around that area. Then there was actually one time where I think someone actually set fire to one of the apartments, and who knows, man, I don't even know. It was crazy, and we had to move out of there. I remember one night, I think when that fire happened, my dad and them had helped me out the house with onesies on or some shit. I don't remember what. But it was that house. And then growing up, when I got older, we kept moving from house to house, because everywhere we moved, there was someone that would always rob our house. Like when we lived in Clinton, Maryland, we had play a whole bunch of game systems. People would come in the house and rob the house, break in the house. And then my grandmother's house, my sister went to this school called Flowers High School. And pretty much everybody in the family but me went to that high school. And one day, me and my sister, me and TT, my Kwame, Darius, my cousin Alana, and Zion, which is Kwame's brother. Y'all know Kwame. He was the goofy guy, my uncle that would record when we would go to King's Dominion and stuff like that. The one that laughed, whatever. Anyways, hi. We was in the basement. I don't remember what we was doing, just playing, being kids. And out of nowhere, the basement door was barged open by these teenagers from Duval High School. And of course, as kids, we didn't know what the hell was going on. And props to my sister, because to keep us calm, she told us that I remember this very well. She told us that there were people to go that's coming to fix the lights, because at the time my grandmother's house did have a lot of light issues. So she told us that there were people were coming to fix the lights and to keep us calm. But in reality, they took her upstairs, locked her in the room where we would all hang out. It was technically Zion and Kwame's room at the time, but during the day we would all hang out there and watch Toy Story or Cubo TV or Power Rangers or whatever. And they took her in that room and closed the door, locked it, and they raped her. And I to this day, sometimes I blame myself, because I feel like I could have stopped them, because back then in the basement there was a weight set and I could have used the dumbbells to hit them, but I didn't know what was going on. I think I was only 8 years old. But anyways, so at that time there was one point in time where me, my mom, everybody, my whole family lived with my grandmother, because we had to move from house to house because of people robbing us. There was one time where I was still at MSB, actually, and I came home and our PlayStation 3 was gone. Some game system. Come to find out, my sister, she was home and these boys broke in the house, and we wound up finding out who it was. It was a dude that she used to date or something, but they broke in the house. One dude was holding my sister down on the couch while the other dude went in there and stole our damn PlayStation or Xbox or whatever it was. They stole everything and stuff. And there was one time where we lived in another place in Clinton, Maryland, where someone used a broom to break glass in the from the door that was in our little garage area, and stole another PlayStation that we had. And then there was one time where we was at my grandmother's house. It was near the end of school day, and at this point in time, years and years ago, like in 2010 or 11, whatever, Flowers High School was right down the street, like a few streets away. So this was when my uncle, Delonte, and Tony, and I think TT went to that school. They all went there. And everybody was walking from school, trying to get home, whatever. And me and I think me, Darius, Kwame were all sitting at the table. I don't remember if we was eating something or doing homework, one of those things. And Zion at the time, he was little, so he was in this high chair sitting in the room where we would all hang out. And next thing we know, we hear a boom, 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 boom. And I'm over here like, what the fuck? I jumped down off the damn chair. Got low on the floor and stuff. I knew what it was. My grandmother apparently thought it was Zion kicking the high chair or whatever, because he would always do that. Come to find out, it was a drive-by shooting. One guy got shot in the arm, another girl got shot in the leg, and another girl got shot in the head, and her brains were hanging out. It was fucking wild. She died. Then we heard people screaming. Heard immediately ambulance and police, and then the news wound up coming there. Uh, it was that day was the day that traumatized me for a very long time. Or after that, I did not want to go out because before that, me, Zion, Darius, Kwame, we would all go out back and play football 2-on-2 and stuff. Whatever. After that day, I did not go outside. Even as I got older, like I did not go outside for a long time. I was terrified. If I heard a little noise or a car that popped over a damn can or something, anything that sounded close to a popping noise, I ran. And they would be, Darius and them as kids, they would make fun of me and stuff. For a long time because of that, I was very paranoid. But as I got older, especially now, I don't give a fuck now. I'm not scared of that shit because I'm older and I'm not scared of death, 1. 2, I'm just different now. I'm very protective and I have my little brother in them now, so I can't be afraid. And not to mention now I have a son. I mean, shit, that was years ago. The only time my anxiety fucks with me is if it's about someone I love, being afraid of losing someone else. That's how it is now. Or just confrontation when it comes to unnecessary shit. I don't fight nobody unless it's to protect someone I love. I'm not one of those dudes that just fight somebody because I know I can beat their ass. That's not how I am. I'm humble and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's not a bitch. That's a respectful person. And that's a person that has sense and sanity. Okay, let's talk about really my childhood. So about my family, growing up, and I'm gonna speak on this first because everyone in my family did this. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put y'all down facing the concrete. I'm tying my shoe. I want this to be an uncut, unedited video, so it's gonna be a pretty long one. So if you wanna skip over certain things, you can. I should have said that in the beginning, but whatever. Okay, so when it comes to this elementary school, it's called Artmore Elementary School in Springdale, Maryland, or Landover, whatever. Everybody pretty much in my family went there. From TT when she was younger, my mom, I think, my uncles, my cousins, I don't know if I told y'all this, but I have 2 cousins that are from Hawaii, and every summer they would come down, and I think now they live here. But for years, they would always come down, and I would hope that they came down. Their names are Keely and Kyla. I really missed them. I wish that we talked more. I know Darius talked to them before we went to jail, so I want to see how they're doing. Because we used to all be really close with my Aunt Gail. Anyways, I get so many memories, man. It's hard to pretty much keep them in order without getting all over the place. It's crazy. But anyways, when Artmore Elementary School, we all went there. I went there all the way until 3rd grade, and after that, I went to MSB. Before that, I went to Barnhart Elementary School when I was little, like, I think it was kindergarten. And it's kind of cool because SJ and Trinity also went to that school. But this is how you know the world is so much different and it's changed, because back then we were just innocent kids, having fun, having our little crushes, arts and crafts, getting on the bus, going home to school, to be excited to fucking watch Blue's Clues or something, or Macy Mouse, or I don't know, SpongeBob, I don't know. But now it's different. When SJ and them went there a few years ago, I hear about kids selling weed and shit, and what the fuck? What is happening? It's fucked up now. Anyways, we all so a few of my family members went to Barnhart, a few went to Artmore, and then we went to Flowers High School. Well, I didn't, but everybody went there, and after they graduated from Flowers High School, they would all, I remember, I think I posted it.